Love them or hate them, you can't deny the fact that these jays are beautiful, interesting, and clever. Here is a top 10 fun facts about this spunky group of birds. Enjoy! Early colonists were struck by the beauty of blue jays and wrote about it. Giles Lawson, an adventurer, wrote in 1709, "They are abundantly more beautiful and finer feathers than those in Europe." Another early colonist wrote in his travels, published in London in 1778, "Cannot be exceeded in beauty by any of the winged inhabitants of this or any other climates." And Thomas Sadler Roberts wrote in his Birds of Minnesota, published in 1932, "This big crested bird, arrayed in beautiful blue with trimmings of black and white, vies in beauty with the most radiant of our feathered tribe. Its intelligence and accomplishments also place it in the first rank." John Audubon also had nice things to say about blue jays and wrote, "Their movements on the wing are exceedingly graceful. As they pass from one tree to another, their expanded wings and tail, so beautiful in tint and form, never fail to delight the observer." They definitely have a way of capturing the attention and admiration of people. The rate at which birds grow from hatchling to full-blown adult is pretty quick. At hatching, blue jays weigh roughly 5 grams, less than 1/5 of an ounce. 20 days later, at fledging, they weigh 60 grams, more than 2 ounces. Typically, a blue jay pair will have anywhere from 3 to 5 nestlings, and it takes a great deal of protein for that many nestlings to grow so fast. Given how popular blue jays are and how beautiful they are, you would think they would have earned a place as a state bird of at least one of the many states in the US, especially given that American robins and American goldfinches are the state bird of 3 states. And northern cardinals are the state bird of 7. Is that really necessary? Okay, they are beautiful and it is deserving, but I think blue jays deserve at least one of the northern cardinals' spot as state bird. I guess it isn't all bad. They are the provincial bird of PEI in Canada. Still, though. Over spring and summer, blue jays are very quiet. This is because they prefer to be secretive during the breeding season. In fact, they are so quiet during this time that people often ask me if the blue jays in their area have left and went somewhere else, which I assure them that that isn't the case. It's just that they are much more quiet and less likely to be seen because of how busy they are with building nests and raising babies. Blue jays take parenting very seriously and put a lot of effort in. When fall comes though, and all the babies are raised and there's an abundance of food like berries, insects, acorns, and hazelnuts, jays often come together as they search for and hoard food away in preparation of winter. Autumn is when they are really vocal, because they communicate back and forth to each other about food sources, keeping in contact with their mates, and of course letting each other know their place in the flock. This is also a time when hawks are more present, which keeps the jays on alert, alarm calling when one is spotted. Once winter sets in, they are really quiet again as they remain hidden in the forest, keeping warm, only coming out to forage or visit feeders every now and again, and for just a short while. Most species of birds have males and females that look very different from each other, something that is called sexual dimorphism. That's not the case for blue jays though. Males and females have the same plumage.
Hi, Blue. Sweet girl.
There is no distinction between them visually, which is pretty rare in the birding world and is called monomorphism. Up close though, it is possible to see that males are a tad larger than females. Blue jays measure roughly 10 to 12 inches, have a wingspan of 13 to 17 inches, and weigh 2.5 to 3.5 ounces. They fly at a speed of 20 to 25 miles per hour. These guys are known for being very vocal, but that's not the only way they communicate. They also communicate with body language, using their crest, the crown of feathers, on their head. Generally, when relaxed, like feeding nestlings or associating with a mate, family, and other flock mates, the crest is held down. The lower the crest, the lower the bird's aggression level. The higher the crest, the higher the bird's aggression level. Blue jays are loved by many people, but there are a lot of people who aren't particularly fond of them, mainly because of how noisy they tend to be and because they seem to bully other birds at the feeders. Studies have proved, though, that they aren't as aggressive as they are put out to be. For an example, one Florida study of backyard birds showed that red-bellied woodpeckers, red-headed woodpeckers, Florida scrub jays, common grackles, and gray squirrels, to name a few, strongly dominate blue jays at feeders, often to the point of preventing them from getting food. Even the smaller northern cardinal occasionally dominates blue jays. Smaller birds do scatter when blue jays fly into a feeder, but very quickly after, the small birds return to the feeder area. Blue jays aren't as bad as they are put out to be. On average, they can live 7 years, but that's just an average. Many banded blue jays have lived 10 to 15 years. As with other birds, the high mortality rate of young birds is what brings the average down to 7 years, which is still pretty good for a wild bird and just goes to show how smart and good at surviving these jays are. More impressive, though, was the blue jay that was found in 2016 off the coast of my home province, Newfoundland. It was found at around St. Pierre and Miquelon. It was banded there in 1989. The wild jay lived to be nearly 27 years old. That's incredible. As people know, I have a pretty unique relationship with the wild jays in my area and have come to know them quite well, to the point of very easily, with no effort, being able to tell them apart from one another, which led me to naming them.
Hi, Blue. Sweet girl.
A few of the jays I've known for 9 years. Blue jays belong to the corvid family, or crow family. This family of birds is one of the smartest on Earth, and they come from a family of birds that go way back. Fossil remains of corvids have been identified from Miocene deposits 25 million years ago. Maybe that's why they're so smart. They've been around for so long. Which fact did you enjoy learning the most of those silly blue jays? Comment below and let me know. Also, I have Birds Make Me Happy shirts going for the next few days. If you would like to get one, follow the link provided down below in the comments pinned at the top. As always, thanks a bunch for the support. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more videos about blue jays, I will link a few up on the screen there now. Happy birding!